Compound interest. Here, the interest for any interest period is charged on the principal amount plus the interest amount accrued in all the previous interest periods. The compound interest takes into account the effect of time value of money on both principal as well as on the accrued interest also. The formula to obtain the compound interest is IC is equal to P multiplied by 1 plus I by 100 whole to the power of n, where IC is the total interest amount, P is the principal amount, n is the number of interest periods, and I is the rate of interest in percentage.
Now let's consider an example for compound interest. A person takes a loan of 1 lakh rupees from a bank for a period of 5 years. Estimate the amount of money the person will repay to the bank at the end of 5 years and consider the compound interest rate of 8% per annum. So this is the same question as that we had solved for the simple interest. Now we'll look into how it's going to be different compared to that of simple interest and compound interest. The question is same, there's no difference. So we'll look into how the interest, the total interest and the amount what is going to pay is different from that of simple interest. Let's solve it. Solution. Let's write down the given data. So given data, first the principal amount, which is capital P, is equal to rupees 1 lakh. Interest period, which is small n, equal to 5 years. Rate of interest or interest rate, which is I, equal to 8% per annum. So here we need to keep in mind that we'll be calculating what will be the total amount that a person is going to pay after 5 years to the bank, which is going to include the principal amount plus the total interest. So the compound interest formula is going to give us what will be the total amount or the total repayment amount of that particular person. So we are not going to separately calculate or not separately calculate what is the total interest the person is going to make. So the total amount to repay at the end of 5 years is total amount. I'm going to denote it as AT, which is equal to principal amount multiplied by 1 plus the rate of interest divided by 100 whole thing to the power of n. So again you are supposed to keep in mind here the rate of interest I is in percentage. That's why to convert percentage into decimal I am denoting it as I divided by 100. So if the rate of interest is already in decimal, then this particular term I divided by 100 will be directly equal to I. So that you are supposed to keep in mind. Now I'm going to substitute the data into this particular equation. So principal amount is 1 lakh multiplied by 1 plus rate of interest is 8 divided by 100. So converting percentage into decimal, whole to the power of n. N is 5 years. So which is equal to, now you're supposed to substitute this particular equation and calculate this particular value first, and then you're supposed to multiply it with 1 lakh rupees. So what I'm going to write, so it is 1 lakh multiplied by, so this particular term, if you solve, you're going to get it as 1.469. so this is the value of this particular term. So if I multiply these two, I'm going to get it as 1,46,900. This is rupees. So this is the total amount what a person is going to pay after the period of 5 years to the bank.